time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is.
I guess it helps if you turn your mic back on. We are back again for another hour of Straight Talk. And this is your host, Matt Hasley. We're going to go on a little lighter note here. Everybody needs to know 22 official rules for calling shotgun. And if you don't know what shotgun means, that's for riding in the passenger seat. My kids will fight over it, and usually I think it's a age thing now. But calling shotgun is the act of claiming the front passenger seat of a car for yourself. Since it's the most coveted spot, the list rules have been created to ensure that shotgun can be acquired in a fair and equitable manner by any passenger of the automobile, except the driver, of course. Section 1, making the call. The shotgun caller must be in clear sight of the car, even if the driver isn't. Number 2, the deed. Any activity that the driver or that directly precedes the ride, e.g., stopping for food, visiting a friend, etc. Accepting this concept is important because it establishes a shotgun calling time frame that ensures everyone has equal opportunity to start calling. 3. When simultaneous shotgun is called, a foot race will follow. The first person to touch the passenger door handlebar wins. Number 4. Shotgun must be called outdoors. If the deed takes place indoors, the deed is done only after you have left the building in which the deed took place. Number 5. Once the shotgun has been called for the front seat, then the back, left, and right can be called. This leaves the slowest person to travel in the middle, or as we call, bitch. Number 6. Anyone calling shotgun must have shoes on. This prevents opportunistic people from running outside and calling shotgun, then having to go back inside, slowing down the journey. Section 2. Duties and losing the privilege. First and foremost, the shotgunner must be awake for the duration of the journey, to engage the driver in conversation to keep him or her awake. Number 8. If the shotgunner attempts to open the door as the driver is unlocking it and jams the lock open so the door needs to be locked again, the shotgunner forfeits their position. This is known as shotgun suicide. Number 9. And number 8 is also when they get it open and they somehow are able to do is cause, I don't know how my kids do it, is to get the lock to where it rotates around to where you cannot shut the door on down in the bottom where it actually goes in. I don't know how they do it. They both do it, it seems like. Number 9, the shotgunner is responsible for all gate opening, food ordering, and question asking. They are in essence the co-pilots and therefore enforcer of behavior in the vehicle and exactly of slaps, punches, water spraying, bag throwing as the passengers at the passengers in the back. Number 10. The shotgunner is responsible for tending to the driver's text messages, driving text message pertaining to the final destination, or that day's plans must take precedence over all other shotgunner text. Any abuse of this power result in a 1-month ban from riding shotgun. Number 11. The shotgunner does not have the right to correct the driver navigation skills. Take a left here, moron, or driving ability. I'd be in third gear if I was driving. Number 12. The driver is, of course, the controller of music. But if they feel the road requires their full attention, duty is passed over to the shotgunner, putting on crap music or allowing for silence when the iPod finishes the song result in demotion to the dreaded middle back seat. Section 3. No contest. Number 13. If the regular driver of the vehicle is drunk or otherwise unable to perform their duties, they are automatically given shotgun. Number 14. If one of the backseat passengers is seriously ill, flu, or worse, or has a recent life event that deserves sympathy, e.g. pet, died, etc., then this person should be offered shotgun, known as the pity roll, and can only be used once per illness/event. Number 15. If passengers are picked up separately and you are the first, you are automatically given shotgun. You retain this position until you lose it, Section 2, or under any other Section 3 condition is met. Number 16. If only one person knows the way or has a smartphone with a GPS, then they are deemed designated navigator, automatically given shotgun. 17. If one of the potential occupants of the vehicle is dressed convincingly as a pirate, then they are given automatic shotgun. In the event that more than one pirate being present, a sword fight shall determine the successful shotgunner. This is known as the pirate roll. And number 18. When traveling with a couple, one of the couple must shotgun the front. No one wants to chauffeur two of their mates while they are in the back all over each other. Section 4. Driver powers. 19. Once a shotgun has been called, the driver has the option to yell reload. All previous calls of the shotgun are void, and the contest restarts. This is helpful when a driver really doesn't like the shotgun winner. Note the shotgun only has 2 barrels, so a reload can only be called once. 20. The driver may declare survival of the fittest prior to the shotgun call. The passenger seat will be decided whoever can take it by force. And Section 5, concluding notes. 21. Shotgun overrules dibs, bagsies, and other inferior terms. Number 22. If someone asks what shotgun after it has been called, they have to walk regardless of the distance. So, those are your 22 rules for calling shotgun while running as a passenger in a car. And some of those should be made a law, as you would call it. But, yeah, we used to sit there and fight over who was going to drive and who was going to ride and where they rode and everything like that. We'd get you get enough people out. Nobody wanted to ride bitch in the back seat. So, I mean, that was the worst place. Now, let's see here. Okay. Flipping through here, let's do a little bit of update on my NBA scores while we're got a minute here. Currently, right now, Spurs are leading over the Thunder by 10 with 8:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. NHL scores. Should be close to ending of that game right there. Yep, Rangers beat the Canadiens 3-1. And in MLB, current scores right now. Not a lot of games going on Monday here, but Indians beat the Tigers 5-4. Braves down the Brewers 9-3. Bottom of the third, Astros are beating the Angels 5-0. Reds Nationals 2-2. Bottom of the 12th. They're going a little overtime there. And White Sox are top of the 8th, 7-6 over the Royals. In celebrity birthdays for May 19th, Andre the Giant. I can't believe he passed away in 1993. I used to watch him when I was a kid. He was a big, famous wrestler. He passed away. It was 1946 to 1993. Andre the Giant. Malcolm X. His birthday would have been today. He passed away in 1965. Kevin Garnett's birthday is today. He's 38. Sean Paul, 50. Movie actor. God, he doesn't look 50, that's for sure. Oops, my screen switched there on me. Eleanor Tomlinson, 22, movie actress. Boy, really pretty there. Mario Chalmers, 28, basketball player. Grace Jones, singer, 66. Ferdinand Magellan. He died in 1521. He was explorer. Andre Pirlo, 35, soccer player. Sam Smith, 22, singer. Oh, Pete Townsend, 69, guitarist. Yo Gotti, 33, rapper. Joey Ramone, passed away in 2001. Archie Manning. Got two very, very good kids. Archie was a long time quarterback for the New Orleans Saints and never won anything, but great quarterback. He's 65 today. Jordan Pruitt, 23, singer. George St. Pierre, 33, MMA fighter. Lily Cole, 26, movie actress. Peter Mayhew, 70, movie actor. Kim Zolciak, 36, reality star. Danielle Harold, 22, soap opera actress. Drew Fuller, 34, model. Ho Chi Minh, passed away in 69. He was a politician. Phil Rudd, 60, he's a drummer. Julian Smith, 27, reality star. Rebecca Hall, 32, movie actress. She was in Iron Man 3, was it very... Kyle Eastwood, 46, bassist. Maylee Flanagan, voice actor, 49. Rohan Marley, 42, singer. Diego Forlan, 35, soccer player. London Fletcher, 39, football player. Nicole Brown Simpson, her birthday had been today. She passed away in 1994. And everybody knows how that ended there. I'd rather not dwell on that subject there. Eric Lloyd, 28, movie actor, was in Santa Claus. Jessica Fox, 31, movie actress. Nora Ephron, 2012, she passed away, director. Kelly Sheridan, 37, voice actor. Dusty Hill, bassist, 65. Hamid Hadidi, 29, basketball player. Shooter Jennings, 35, songwriter. Boy, he looks like he's older than 35 with all. Brandon Inge, 37, baseball player. Dario Franchitti, 41, he's a race car driver. Flavio Parenti, I'm sorry, 35, movie actor. Chris Chitwell, 66, soap opera actor. Natalie Oriero, 37, singer. Jason Gray Stanford, 44, TV actor. James Fox, 75, movie actor. Kyungju Choi, which is pretty much known as KJ Choi. He's 44, PGA Tour golfer. And Geraldine Somerville, 47, movie actress. So, happy birthday to all of you. What your birthday is today. So, and in this day in history on, let's see here, miscellaneous history will go first. I don't want to go too far back. Let's see. It says the 27th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution would affect. The amendment prohibits Congress from giving itself midterm pay raises. And also in this day, in New York, Mary Jo Buttafuoco was shot and seriously wounded by Amy Fisher. Was her husband Joey's teenage lover. In 1993, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed about 3,500 for the first time. Oh, God, it's way above that now. In 1998, in Russia, strikes broke out over unpaid wages. 1999, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, was released in the U.S. and set a new record for opening day sales at $28.5 million. In 1999, Rosie O'Donnell and Tom Selleck got into an uncomfortable verbal issue concerning gun control on O'Donnell's talk show. 2000, the bones of the most complete and best preserved Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton went on display in Chicago. 2000, Disney released the movie Dinosaur. 2003, it was announced that WorldCom Incorporated would pay investors $500 million to settle civil fraud charges over its $11 billion accounting scandal. And 2003, hundreds of Albert Einstein's scientific papers, personal letters, and humanist essays were made available on the internet. Einstein had given the papers to the Hebrew University of Jerusalem in his will. And in 2005, on this day, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, brought in $50 million on its opening day. Also, in this day in music history, not a lot going on in this day in music history, but 1958, Bobby Darin's single Splish Splash was released as its first 8-track master recording pressed to the plastic 45 RPM disc. And you young kids, you wouldn't know what a 45 or an 8-track is. Or that little ring that goes inside the 45 so you can play it on a turntable. 1960, the Drifters recorded Save the Last Dance for Me. In 1961, the Everly Brothers launched their own record label, Calliope. In 1965, FBI agents visited One Records investigating the lyrics to the song Louie Louie by the Kingsmen. In 1973, Paul Simon released Kodachrome. 1976, Keith Richards, Rolling Stones, crashed his car in Newton Pagnell, England. He was later charged with possession of cocaine and marijuana that was found in his car. In 1979, Eric Clapton and George Harrison's ex-wife, Patty Boyd, were married. In 1986, Peter Gabriel released the album So. That's right, So, S-O. So, that's it for music history. I told you there wasn't a lot going on in music history today. But, let's see here. What else do we got in here? I've done shows on paranormal stuff and different things like that. But, and I'm still trying to get some of the guys from Ghost Adventures on. I've traded some messages with them, but nothing concrete yet. But, you know, we had what we thought was a ghost caught on camera at the golf course. And we known it as the golf course ghost. I have it on my cell phone. I need to get it downloaded onto my computer so I can upload it onto the Facebook. But, apparently one of Ohio's most haunted jail attracts national attention. Kind of came and talked to me with its spirits, and we're not talking about spirits like alcohol. We're talking about the boo kind. I guess this week the film crew from the Travel Channel arrived in Ohio to film a Ghost Adventures episode about one of Newark's spookiest locations, an old jail with dark history. The jail has become a best secret among local ghost hunters who believe that the spirits prisoners still linger in its cells. You see a lot of things that go on, and it tries to make you wonder if if you're really seeing stuff or not. Do you believe in it? Yeah, I do. I believe that there's something out there. There's a lot of things you can't explain. Some of the things like on Paranormal State, there's something that you don't want to mess with because you get involved with. You don't let go. It's not like, okay, we're just going to turn this off and we're going to go back, You start messing with that stuff and it doesn't let you go. So, apparently you can schedule the perfect getaway vacation. So if you're thinking about wanting to go with the family someplace a little different, well, rent Dorothy's house from the abandoned Land of Oz theme park. Good news, fans of Oz. You can now rent Dorothy's house of the abandoned Land of Oz theme park. Park was opened in 1970 to 1980, and the opening day saw over 20,000 visitors. Guests enjoy strolling down the Yellow Brick Road and hanging out with the Cowardly Lion, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Wicked Witch of the West. I don't know, but apparently the park is open once a year for a reunion of former employees and past guests called Autumn at Oz. In 2009, over 8,000 people attended. Every year, more characters return and more vendors show up. So if you're in the area, drop by for a stroll through the poppy field. I got a lot of pictures about it. It's pretty wild looking. But you can rent Dorothy's house. It's closed January 1 through April 30th, but spring, summer, and fall, it's $400 for a 2-night weekend, $165 for a weeknight, $1,000 for a week. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure that's what I would want to do is rent Dorothy's house. Now, would I want to go into what I thought was a haunted house? You betcha. I'll go there. I'd like to do is go with the Ghost Adventures crew or Ghost Hunters. I don't care. I want to go to one of those big castles that's supposed to be, the ultra haunted and all the crap, goofy stuff going on. That's what I want to do. I'd get into that. Set me up for that. I'll go. But apparently the University of Louisiana is now offering a course in ghost busting. If you're thinking about becoming a professional ghost hunter, the University of Louisiana at Lafayette has an upcoming course that will now take you from lowly hobbyists to seasoned pros. Well, kind of. Louisiana Spirits founder Brad Dupelshine will be teaching Ghost Hunting 101, an introductory look at the world of paranormal investigation. It's like any type of hunting. He explained to the local press, you may sit out in the dark for hours and not catch anything, but then finally you get something. It kind of fuels what you to keep going. It also educates people more than not every bump in the night or weird sound is necessarily a spirit or a ghost. Could be bad plumbing, loose floorboards in the ground. The 3-day class lets students get their hands on a variety of common tools used by paranormal investigators to detect the stuff that goes bump in the night. The class will set the students back $64 per person, concludes with a ghost hunt to a rumored haunted location in Acadiana, where it becomes students' job to put their books learning to good use while collecting otherworldly evidence. That sounds kind of cool. You can do your own little ghost hunt there. There's multiple different shows out. There's one I've watched quite a few times. It's called Ghost Mine. Sci-Fi Channel has that series called Ghost Mine. You know, you got Ghost Adventures, you got Ghost Hunters, you got... Oh, there was another one... You know, I mean, there's just so many of them out. And a lot of them will... You know, if the characters aren't interesting on the show, they don't keep the show active. But I mean, it doesn't mean those people quit doing their show or quit doing what they're doing. You know, they're not in it. They weren't in it. They were in it before the show, and they're going to be in it after the show. The show just happened to help them, get notoriety. I'm sorry, but I'm not going into mine. I have don't do caves, don't do mines. I'll do a haunted house, but I'm not doing a cave. I don't know what it is. I just don't like messing around with that. I'm claustrophobic. Call me a wimp, whatever you want. Okay, that's me. But I'm not going in that stupid cave. Yeah, they get what do they call it? Tommy knockers. And no, it's not a guy with hooters, but it's Tommy knockers is where apparently it's the knock on when they hear they'll be supposedly it's like a ghost where they knock on the wall to let you know, hey, get out of the mine. But yeah, it's some of the older mine guys are superstitious about that, and it means it's kind of like a warning for them to get out. But yeah, I'm sure there's quite a few weird different things that go on. But it's I mean I don't know why I would like to get in, do a ghost hunting thing. It'd be really cool. They had a really neat expo or whatever, not an expo, but it was at the museum here, the local museum, and they did it. It was a ghost hunting exhibit. There you go. That's what I want. Exhibit. And they had tons of photographs and all the, different equipment up that you could go look at. And they did it at night, and you had to go tour the museum with a flashlight. So that was what really made it cool. I mean, you got going through that museum at night is a pretty neat thing to do. Especially when you go through, not just in the ghost hunting exhibit, but you go through the whole museum at night. And you go through, like, they got, the mummies and everything in there, and it just really impressive. A lot of fun to go through there. It was so funny is we went through there around Halloween the one year, and they're all dressed in costume, and my wife walks up to my youngest son who's dressed as Darth Vader. Well, it wasn't my son. It was another kid. And we're looking at my wife like, what are you doing? When you leave that kid alone, that kid's like looking at me, Mom, who the hell is this lady, She won't leave me alone. But, yeah, it was just the look on her face when she finally found out I wasn't her son, So, it is time for another quick break. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And some more crap to come at you there. But once again, this is your host, Matt Hasley, and you're listening to Street Talk on Arm Radio Global.
Ziggy X, they got one more problem with you, girl. Hey. Hey, baby, even though I hate you, I wanna love you, I want you. And even though I can't forget you, I really want to, I want you. Tell me, baby, why can't you leave me? 'Cause even though I shouldn't want it, I gotta have it.
Hey, listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit buylimitlessenergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's buylimitlessenergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. buylimitlessenergy.com. That's buylimitlessenergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Visit crafterstown.com, your website to buy and sell arts and crafts worldwide. At Crafterstown, you will find unique arts and crafts from around the world. We also have Grammy's Tips of the Day blog for shortcuts to crafting. take a walk down Main Street at crafterstown.com. Glastic Water Bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Do you love film? Do you want to star in one this summer? Check out OrangeLeafFilms.com, an indie film company made for making moments last. This summer, Orange Leaf Films' new film, Sin, a story of a modern take on the 7 deadly sins, is coming soon. To learn more about being in the film or helping the production crew, go to OrangeLeafFilms.com for more details.
Do you love to travel? Are you tired of the cold? Do you just want to get away? Book your next flight, hotel, car, vacation, cruise, and more at SweetOhinawa.discounttravel.com. That's Sweet, OHENEWAA, discounttravel.com. Invite your friends and family. Thank you for your business. Are you looking to buy prescription eyeglasses? Family owned and operated iFramePros.com is your online store for prescription eyeglasses. Select the eyewear of your choice from our variety of frames, fill out the prescription information, and place your order in no time. After this quick and easy process, you'll receive your prescription glasses in a few days. All major credit cards accepted. Visit us at iFramePros.com. That's EYEFramePros.com. See what you are missing.
It's freaking crazy hot at MobileWebsites.com. Everyone and their grandma is mobile. Get more mobile customers before your competition does. HotMobileWebsites.com will custom design an eye-popping mobile website, then throw in a free domain and hosting for 1 whole year. All done for you for only $259. That's right, $259. That's crazy and hot. Over 1,000 in savings. Never any setup fees or contracts. Go to HotMobileWebsites.com or call now, 877-220-5576. That's 877-220-5576. One more time, 877-220-5576.
Tired of walking through those crowded shopping malls only to find out what you were looking for is in the wrong size or out of stock? Well, think Go or Go.com. That's right, Go or Go.com. Just enter what you're looking for in the search bar, and boom, there it is. Really, it's that easy. So remember, shop Go or Go.com and leave those headaches behind.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
All I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart.
We are back live on Straight Talk. This is your host, Matt Hasley. We're listening to ARM Radio Global. I want to do a special thanks to our sponsors out there, KNL Consulting. They offer a wide variety of business services, payroll services, employee management services, commercial funding, premium business services without a contract with a name you can trust. 100% money-back guarantee. They will match any competitor's offers. So remember, log on to knlconsulting.com. Also, ForSavvySouls.com, 50 to 70% off women's shoes. If you're looking to get something for the lady, mention ARM Radio and get an extra 10% off. Also, Ritzy Reruns. They offer hot and trendy clothing at bargain prices. Remember, Ritzy Reruns, and thinking for the kids, We Runs, where fashion isn't full price. Well, we were talking about kind of strange news there. Apparently, Nevada's Area 51 Museum reopening with authentic alien artifacts. 2 2 years ago last month, entitled Area 51 Myth or Reality, debuted at the National Atomic Testing Museum in Las Vegas. Rave Reviews' now temporary exhibit is not only being extended, it's growing, even including what the curators are calling an authentic alien artifact. I don't know what it makes it authentic, but, I had Bill Burns on my show, it's been several months back, and after that show, if you're not questioning whether we're alone or not, it's like, as big as this planet is in the solar system, not to think that somebody could be somewhere else, for the longest time, they thought the world was flat. Thought you're going to go right off the end and fall off. So to think that you keep finding more and more stuff beyond, what we think, and, do I think that there's other civilizations out there? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think we're the only ones around this area. I think it's pretty arrogant to think that we think we are the only ones. So, but, yeah, it's, will we ever see anything in our lifetime? I don't know. Who knows? Will it ever come out? Who knows? But, it's always interesting to listen to. Bill Burns, what a great guy. What an interesting guy to listen to, too. Yeah, he you kind of get that sense of, that real freaky, after you talk to him after a while. He just, what I like about it, he does it like a detective does. Only the evidence. Remember old Just the Facts, ma'am? So, that's exactly the way he does it. But there's apparently a bar, and I know a few guys that would like to be involved in this, is to get drunk and play video games at the nerdiest bar in Atlanta. At Battle and Brew, you and your friends can get drunk while playing video games. It's just like your living room, except it's more fun, and you have to wear pants. Battle and Brew is Atlanta's probably the geekiest bar in the city, and for good reason. B&B has pretty much every gaming console and game you can probably think of, including tabletop gaming nights. Did you know that Street Fighter Monopoly is a thing? Because it totally is. Said test out your nerd knowledge about video games, got comics, Lego, and other various awesome things at Trivia Night. Not only does Battle and Brew specialize in booze and games, but there's also food, so you never have to go home, really. Now you have no excuse not to leave the house this weekend, or hey, maybe you have to make some new friends, drunk nerdy ones. Pretty cool looking setup how they have it. But I could handle running or working or running at a place like that, or going to hang out at a place like that. That's I could go for a few beers there and play a few games. Here's one, and I'll have to ask Mike Allen if he's seen this, but man takes his love of avocados to the streets in the avocado car. It's quite hip these days to put an avocado on just about anything. But it's turning your whole car into a giant avocado. One man just did that. With the massive avocado marketing campaign from California and Mexico, we're guessing this tricked out Fiat didn't last long on Craigslist. It says, I'm selling this mint 2010 avocado 2-door 24,000 mile owner still car is all custom on a Fiat chassis. Needs minor bondo. But apparently there's some weird looking car lurking down the streets where you live. Road Trippers rides want to know about. Tweet your pictures to Crazy Cards to Austin. Or email them directly at Austin at Road Trippers. Oh, I thought maybe it was in Austin, Texas, but it's not. And speaking of UFOs or other strange portals appear in California sky, prompts UFO invasion freakout. Is there an alien invasion primed to take over California? I think it already has. If their internet response to bizarre portal capture on camera is any indication, we should start preparing for a probing. Joe, you out there? They're coming to probe you, but they're going to be over Boston. But no, it's I don't know what would cause there are multiple different photos, so it's not like it's over the same house. But it's looks a little weird if you see the pictures for it. But also, here's another one, and this is, I mean, it looks attractive on this photo that they do here, but I don't know if I would want to see this. But it says, world's first ever naked ping pong tournament is the sexiest way to pong. England has given the world so many amazing and wonderful things over the years. The agriculture, industrial revolution, mercantilism, parliamentarism, monarchy, Kipling, Darwin, Shakespeare, Harry Potter, and now that perhaps the greatest contribution of all, naked ping pong. And bloody hell, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's fine as long as they look like the people in this picture. But I don't think so, because I don't know. You remember Balls of Fury? I think of that movie. I love that movie. That was great. Switching over to other news. If you're a treasure hunter, apparently a lost treasure worth $375,000 is buried somewhere along this river. June 26, 1876, Lieutenant George Custer led 263 soldiers against several thousand Lakota and Cheyenne warriors. The battle would be known as Battle for Little Bighorn. According to some battle historians, Captain Grant Marsh was making his way to Steamboat Far West to provide General Custer with reinforcement and supplies. Grant Marsh is the most often referenced by historians for his exploit in the 1876 as the pilot of the Far West. But apparently Marsh had acquired $375,000 worth of gold bars from miners who were fearful of being attacked by the Sioux, so Marsh held it for safekeeping. In an epic feat of riverboat piloting, Marsh fought far west from the mouth of the Little Bighorn River down the Bighorn to Yellowstone River to the Missouri, and then went down to Bismarck, where he made a run to the mouth of Bighorn to Bismarck over 4 days, from June 30th to July 3rd, 1876, rarely leaving the wheel. He traversed some 710 miles in 54 hours, setting a record for steamboat travel that still stands. But apparently, there's $375,000 in gold. The ship sinking, he had to stash his loot along the shores of the Bighorn River. So somewhere along the Bighorn River, there is $375,000 in gold bars. So get out there with your little, I don't know if your metal detector would pick up that or not, but that would be a nice little stash to find. And if you find those, then you could be the proud owner of Dracula's Castle, and you name the price. See, I'd love to go tour that. That's what I would love to go spend a night in and ghost hunt. If you're going to get anything going on, it's got to be in there. That thing is so cool looking. I guess whoever buys the castle to continue running as a tourist destination. This isn't a national monument. It's the largest, most significant attraction in Romania. At present, it makes a tidy profit, but in the right hands, it has the potential to generate far more revenue than we could ever imagine. Also, in this summer, Geek Nation wants you to boldly go where no Star Trek fan has gone before. Trek into the Valley of Fire is one-day guided tour through Nevada's Valley of Fire State Park, a.k.a. the final resting place of one Captain James Tiberius Kirk. Live long and prosper, Trekkies. The amazing tour will be accompanied by Star Trek TNG DS9 Voyager Enterprise makeup designer Michael Westmore. Not only do fans get to see the place where JTK's legend was finally put to rest, they'll also get to experience some of the region's coolest rock formations and petroglyphs. Whatever that. I'm a Star Trek fan, but I'm not that kind of Star Trek fan. But some people are really. I'd love to go to Comic-Con though. That sounds like that would be a lot of fun. And here's one. This is right up my alley right here. And Mike Allen and I might have to take a road trip, do this sometime. But world's largest pancake breakfast includes 1,000 pounds of, you said it, bacon. As a nation of healthy, fit, and active citizens, I can think of no way to spend a Saturday afternoon than eating 500 gallons of batter, 70 gallons of syrup, 1,000 pounds of bacon, and 200 pounds of butter. Oh yes, it marks the 28th annual pancake breakfast in Springfield, Massachusetts, to celebrate the town's 378th birthday. So, those guys out there in Mass, they're doing it right. 1,000 pounds of bacon. I find it's oddly funny that the medical center is acting as an enabler of the second most obese nation in the world. Yeah, last year Mexico passed us as first. So, but I would love, that would be an awesome bacon fest. And, let's see here. Let me see. That was, I'm looking at different screens here. I'm trying to find, I got to go to my one for last Friday, because last Friday was, I didn't get to finish the segment, but I had a kind of an interesting, I think this is it right here. It's stuff that kids say to parents, but I'm not sure if this is the one I actually, one other one. Let's see here. Oh, I can't believe it takes me back to the first page. There we go. Gotta scroll down here. It's 33 more of the creepiest things kids said by kids. And it's kind of weird stuff that kids say. And kids don't pull punches. Kids will tell you straight out. If they kids aren't, they just, if they see something, they call it right out. I mean, they don't know to sugarcoat it or anything. But it's like, here's one here. And these are not from me, but these are just, it's going to sound like it's coming from me, but this is the people, the way they made a statement with. It says, my 5-year-old daughter came inside from playing outside and nonchalantly said, well, we just found a dead person in the sandbox, then shrugged her shoulders and ran off. I'm like, That would kind of freak you out if you hear that. And then here's another one. My son, who at the time was only 4, was standing next to my bed when I woke up with a pair of large scissors and said, really quietly, "Don't worry, Mom, I didn't cut all your hair off." Turns out he didn't cut any of my hair, but I just almost had a heart attack with it from that creepy little self. Just to think about that. And then here's another one. My son told me that when I die, he'll bury me in the backyard, so when he goes out to plant watermelons and other healthy things, he can think of me. My son told me that when, let me see, my 8-year-old daughter tells me that she knows ghosts are real because she hears someone whispering her name in her ear at night. My 3-year-old insists that Grandma used to be her sister and I was her niece. I had Aunt killed tragically when I was very young. Wow. When my oldest son was 2, he pointed out to the guest ballroom and asked, "Why is that little girl in the bathtub sad?" Number 7. My daughter told me she had another family and that they lived in a barn house and it was blue. She talked about them so much that the other people thought she was adopted. One day we were driving and she told me that's the barn house. It was down the road and at the end the horses were there too. We had never been down that road, but I turned around and went back. At the end of the road was a farmhouse, blue, and the horses in the field beside it. That's a little creepy. Number 8. Shh. Go away now. Oh, okay. I'll let you read alone. Not you, Mommy. Number 9. It says, I am recently divorced and I now share a room with my 2-year-old. One night, she said, "I see you." I said, "Yes, I'm right here." She replied, "Not you, Mom," and then pointed behind me. Tell me that wouldn't bring your hair up on your neck. Number 10. Mommy, what's that face smiling at me in the corner of the room? Freaky to me because Grandma died in the room about 6 months prior. Number 11. It says, I'm a single dad with full custody. One day my daughter, age 4, was hanging out in my bedroom while I was doing laundry and picked up a pair of my underwear. She got so serious and said, "This is the pair of underwear you'll be wearing when you die. And the girl you are going to be with will be wearing pink underwear." That's why I'd burn those underwear right there. Either that or I would put those in a lockbox and never wear this. That way you'd live for a lot longer. It says, my son finally got me. He was in the back seat chatting away and told me, "I missed my brother." I asked him, "What? What brother?" In response, "The one that was in your tummy with me when God took him away." What? I asked him concerned. "Yeah, Mom. God put him in the wrong belly." He replied simply, "No one has ever told him that he was a twin. I had an extra placenta but I had reabsorbed the baby that was inside it." 13. My 2.5-year-old told me last night when we were talking about my pregnant best friend baby that I know him. He talks to me. He's so funny. Number 14. My daughter told preschool teachers that she used to have a brother and sisters, but her dad killed them and buried them in the backyard. The teachers asked for a conference with us the next day. Yeah, that would not probably go over real good. 15. My daughter had a recurring dream for about 2 months. Her description was, a naked guy keeps dancing around the bed and telling me that when we die, we're all going to be naked, so don't get naked or I'll die. It took about another 6 months after that for her to not be scared changing her clothes. Yeah, that would probably do it for me too. My daughter, who was 4 years old at the time, was shaking hands with people at church and telling them, "You're going to die," with each hand she shook. Really creepy. So we asked her about it. Apparently, her thoughts were that everyone dies eventually and should be good news to them. Good news because that when we get to see Jesus, in her mind, she was spreading the good news. Yeah, you don't want to walk up to an older crowd and go, "Oh, you're going to die. You're going to die." But apparently my 7-year-old daughter approached me and asked, "So if you die, will I get to be the queen?" A few days later, she planted a handwritten note on my desk saying, "Your future is bleak, your kingdom will splinter, your land will be cursed with unending winter. Thank you, Disney, for always reminding me, the kiddies, that no good story starts without a dead mother." Oh my God. Okay. Number 18, my 10-year-old daughter was running through the living room chanting, I don't know if I can say this one without laughing. My 10-year-old daughter was running through the living room chanting, "I love Dick's, I love Dick's." She meant, "I love Dick's Sporting Goods." I'm sorry, but I don't like them. My 3-year-old woke up crying in the night. I went to her room. Through sobs, she said to me, "The man on the wall made me cry." So I looked at the wall, and there was nothing there. Well, I mean, there's a lot of these stories about, different stuff that, kids say. I was talking to a friend of mine, and my son, when he was younger, he's now 15, and I don't notice it happening anymore, but when he was young, he was probably 4, maybe 5. He'd sit on the floor, and he'd be either be looking at a book or, whatever he was doing. And he always made these shrugging motions, like an arm, get away from me, I got it, or whatever. Nobody'd be around him. And we would always look at each other like, is he seeing something? Or is something, picking on him or whatever? It was really creepy. You just see anything like that. But, we used to always sit there and tell him, tell each other, okay, maybe it's just us. But it happened more than once. It happened, multiple times. Well, I never thought of asking him about it, because we were just kind of like trying to play it off. Well, my daughter always thought the house was haunted or something like that. But she actually has a friend of hers that their house is, all kinds of weird stuff happens in their house upstairs. And I said, we need to do a ghost hunting, episode or, deal at their house. The one night she said they're sleeping, staying overnight. They have this little room that's it's like just a little cubbyhole room that they lock, and they locked it, shut the door and locked it. And when they woke up later, it was open. So, and nobody would admit to going in. Because nobody goes in there. There's nothing in there. But they said constantly unlocks itself and opens the door. So, just kind of freaky stuff like that. So if you got any ghost stories or wacky things like that, hey, share them with me. I love to hear them, because that's the stuff I like to, the paranormal stuff. If you don't believe in that, well, whatever, it's to each his own or whatever. But, there's some crazy stuff that goes on in this world. If you, anything you want to talk about, or you want to, different things that you want to bring up, don't be afraid. You can always contact us on Arm Radio 1 on Facebook, or Arm Radio 1 on Twitter, or you can hashtag it Arm Radio, and you can give us a message that way. I try to do is interact with everybody that sends me messages on Facebook. A lot of times I'm getting out, I might have 10 or 15 messages that are piling up or whatever, people talking to me. So if I don't get to you right away, don't feel bad. I still try to comment back or talk to you or whatever, answer questions. So if you anything you want to talk about, down the road or whatever, you can do is always contact us on here. But on Mondays, we call the usual suspects. Mike Allen starts out with Morning Brew from 6 a.m. Central Time. And then you got Tara and Tattoo Rick with Afternoon Bites. They're at noon Central. And I come on at 9 p.m. Central Time with Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. On Tuesday nights, you got Talk Time with Valenista. You got the Hot Talk for the Hot Topic. She's on from 7 to 9 Central Time. And then you got the John and Jay Show. They're on from 9 to 11 Central Time or 10 to midnight Eastern. So you got John, Jay, and Mike. And then on Wednesday night, you got On the Air with Mike Allen. So Mike comes on from 10 p.m. Central Time to midnight. And then back again Thursday night, you got Talk Time with Val again. She's on from 7 to 9. And you got Night Talk with Joe Rocks and Jackie. And the crew. And they are on from 10 to midnight. And then I round out the week with Straight Talk with Matt Hasley on Friday night. And it's Freeform Friday, so we can cover just about anything you want to talk about. And I'm on from 9 to 11. So, once again, make sure you do is interact with us on Facebook, Twitter. Just name it. You name it. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll be seeing you here shortly. So I appreciate you all for tuning in. And once again, have a great night. This one will go out for all you Facebookers out there.
When Jason was at the table, I kept on seeing him look at me while he's with that other girl. Do you think he was just doing that to make me jealous? Because he was totally texting me all night last night, and I don't know if it's a booty call or not. So, what do you think? Did you think that girl was pretty? How did that girl even get in here? Do you see her? She's so short, and that dress is so tacky. Who wears cheetah? It's not even summer. Why does the DJ keep on playing Summertime Sadness? After we get to the bathroom, can we go smoke a cigarette? I really need one. But first, let me take a selfie.